welcome to the Far North Coast Rugby podcast, brought to you by Mark Off Media Sports and Coopers. I'm Graham Cook, and here as usual with Wayne Mullane. How are you, Wayne?
Good, thank you, Graham. Yourself?
Pretty good.
That's
we have a special guest this week, all the way from New Zealand, Chris Jeffries. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you. How are you, Cookie? You all right?
Yeah, welcome,
Chris.
Chris.
It's been a good day.
Oh, yeah.
So, just tell us a bit about where you're from, Chris.
Oh, I'm from a place, Wairarapa, which is about an hour and a half north of Wellington. So I arrived last Friday and had my first game Friday night, so straight to work. Then I had a game on Saturday at Lismore, and got another game on Saturday.
So they gave you another game. That's quite impressive.
Yeah, I know,
right?
it's pretty good, isn't it? Hey?
We're really short of referees, folks, so you can understand.
And how did you like Yamba?
Yamba was great, lovely place. I'd been there been down there before, stayed with Bob Thompson. So,
Oh, yeah, Bobby, yeah.
Yeah, so a lovely place. Great golf course. Absolutely loved it down there.
And how was the feed that Pup was worried about, if you like seafood or not, with the crab linguine I thought I saw on Facebook?
Pup made a good linguine, so it was crab. He cooked the crab up on Sunday, and very nice. And went down to Coffs Harbour and managed to get a kilo of prawns with Clado. So, it's good times.
Excellent.
Good stuff. So you're probably forced to spend a little bit of time at the referee sponsor, Pacific Hotel?
Yeah, spend a bit of time there. It's a great place, isn't it? It's,
nice view?
Yeah, best view ever.
Absolutely magic.
Yeah.
So you got one of the games last week. You did a first grade match?
First grade, Lismore and
Byron Shire.
Yeah.
Yep.
Byron 87-0. They started off quick, but to Lismore's credit, they hung in there and so good game.
Just one
Just
of
blow
those
a few
games.
cobwebs, and those games happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, they do.
Was the game similar in any ways to what you'd be used to back home?
The breakdown in New Zealand's probably a bit more contested. Guys will just stay in that breakdown a bit longer, and has for the ball. So there are a few more penalties in that area. Where I think here they just tend to fan out once the ball's lost. They get on that D line and go from there. But it was enjoyable.
Oh,
Very
good. No doubt both clubs made you more than welcome. Probably the best referee they've ever seen.
Well, so they said, but I think they say that every week, don't they? So
They had me the week before. They were happy to see you.
Yeah, I think even the losing team said it was the best ref they've had. But if they'd scored 5, well, I don't know, 5 points. I don't know what would have happened. Eh?
I did yell out, take the points with that penalty.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed your match, and you've got another big one this weekend.
Yeah.
So, other matches last weekend, we had Richmond Range were at home to Evans River. It's been a bit of a derby over the years, those two clubs. That ended up Richmond Range 35, Evans River 24. From all accounts, that was probably a good indication of how both teams performed on the day. Range perhaps a little bit too good at home, but quite a contest with Evans showing that they've got the ability to score points when they get the opportunity. So good win to Range at home. Lennox Head hosted Wollongbar down at the reserve in Lennox Head. That was a real tussle. 29-7 Wollongbar over Lennox Head, but a much improved performance by Lennox Head compared to their first round match. They really put it to them, and if they'd just held on the ball a couple of times, could have scored some more tries. But again, Wollongbar got the win, got the points, move into their big match this weekend. And the last game was down at Yamba. Yamba had 4 games on the day, so a huge game at Yamba, a huge day at Yamba for the Yamba Rugby Club. First grade ended up Casuarina 62 and Casino 12. Was a very free-flowing game. Both teams were just throwing the ball around and having a really good crack, so it was great to referee. Just on the day, Casuarina managed to hold on to that ball a lot more than Casino did. Casino must have knocked it on within 10 metres of the line 15 or 20 times, so a bit frustrating for them, but Casuarina scored some beautiful tries, and well done. Good win, 62-12.
Yeah, they would have had a couple away, I think, down soon, Ben down in the hospital.
Yeah, Casino, of course, had the injured player on the Far North Coast rep team a couple of weeks ago. They fronted up, did a great job. I think we might have a little bit of information that we can provide you on that. So we'll just pass over to Wayne Mullane.
Yeah, well, I got a couple of things from Shane Davey, Vice President out at Casino. I was speaking to him the other day, and here's a photo of, there's a video. They're giving him Ben a towel. They give it to all the players out there for their birthdays. And he's the only one that hasn't had his birthday this year, so they've given him an early birthday present. His birthday's not till September. But as you can see, he's moving about in a lot better place than what he was. Talking to Michael Pajaro from Rugby Australia, he went up to see him as well, with other people from Rugby Australia, and he said on that Tuesday, it was very touch and go, and they could have been saying something else that day. So it's good to see that he was. It's a miracle, they're saying. It's virtually is that he's come to.
Apparently, he's going from strength to strength.
Yeah, they've had him up and walking, assisted with the nurses and that, and they've moved him to the stroke ward.
Oh, brilliant.
He's supposed
so
to
of intensive care into the stroke unit.
Yeah, it was. He got was having multiple mini strokes from the incident. That was what the problem. That's what I was told. I'm not a doctor. I don't want to get involved in anything like that. But that's virtually what I was told. And Rugby Australia found the parents in Fiji, and I think they have flown at least the mother out here. And so Sonia Makings from the board, she's been down and seen him. Because she's from Casino Club as well. She went down during the week and went and seen him. So looking a lot better for the prognosis than what we were hearing when the first thing happened. So
he's got speech back. He's got some movement back. Yeah. Things are certainly looking on the up and up. He's going to have a long recovery, of course. Now I think there's
a GoFundMe page. It's on all the social media. If you're out there and you can help in any way, I suggest you could do. So everyone, they're all getting behind him. So
wishing him all the best. And as Wayne said, there's a GoFundMe page for him. If anybody can contribute, that would be greatly appreciated. He's got our thoughts. Hopefully everything continues to improve for him over the next few weeks, months. And there'll be a long road for recovery, but we wish you well, buddy. Okay, Chris, you also mentioned you had a game on Friday night. Where was that?
Lennox.
Down at Lennox Head?
Yeah, it was a great game. It was under 15. They played against Lismore, so it was 12 all. So I really enjoyed that game. It was, playing good spirit, good family atmosphere down there, which I really enjoyed. It was good to see parents. There was a lot of rugby down there, but it was pretty casual. It was, it was a nice setting. It was a great night. I really enjoyed it.
A bit quick for you?
Oh, yeah, those young fellas chasing them around. But, very good.
Oh, that's really good. I'm glad you say. He's been to Lennox Head, been to Lismore. Yep. So coming up for this week, we have a big game down at Ballina versus Wollongbar, two of the leading teams in first grade this year. And Chris is going to be your referee, folks, so you'll have no complaints for that. The best referee in the zone scene for years. So.
Well, I heard your game was not too bad either, Cook. Yeah, you're the best referee, is what I'm hearing. So we'll see what happens. It's good to see Yayaring for me, though.
So you're on your own, mate. I'll be no help at all.
Yeah, you'll be leading me,
So, Ballina are at home to Wollongbar in first and second grade. And there's also an under-8s match being played between first and second grade. For those interested, second grade kicks off at 1:25. Then there's an under-8s match, and then first grade at 3:15. Should be a very good day. I think it's Old Boys Day.
And the Dane Cupid Shield.
So a very important day for both clubs. If anybody's around those grounds, it'll Old Boys Days at any club are usually great. So any of those ex-people from Ballina, if you're around the grounds, just come along, enjoy the good atmosphere, and see the best referee the zone seen for years.
Yeah, the under-8s game should be wonderful. We've got Bill Johnson coaching the under-8s as well.
I think
I think it's Ansel here that does the 8s down there at Ballina. So.
They can referee a half each. That would be entertaining.
So, it should be good. So there's a few countrymen of yours playing for Ballina this year, the Briers brothers.
Oh, okay.
That are over here, Elliot and Pierce, so number 8 for Ballina and the 10. So
yeah, I think there were a couple in the game last week actually. So it's good to see. Lift the standard Australian rugby.
Okay. So other games, we have some games down in Yamba again. Evans versus Casuarina at Yamba.
Yeah, again.
So they've got a bit of a drive again. And then in under-18s, we have at Yamba
Yeah, Yamba and Casuarina again, double up again from last week. And Yamba are playing Evans in second grade.
Yep. So another big day down at Yamba.
Ladies' Day down there.
Right, Ladies' Day,
yes. Stacey was on the phone, worried about the Casuarina under-18s match. And the Casuarina were just sort of struggling for a bit of numbers, but she hasn't rung me back. She said she'd ring back if it had to be, try and get Lennox to go down and play a game, because they hadn't played Lennox yet this year. Just the way the draw is. So.
Okay, so 3 games on at Yamba. Should be a good afternoon again. Certainly was last week. Again, if you're around Yamba at all, come along, support your Yamba team, and then watch some good rugby in Colts and in first grade. Other games, we've got Lismore at home again, is that right? Lismore versus Casino?
Yes, in 3 grades. So you've got women's there as well.
Okay, first, seconds and women's, or first, women's, seconds. They have traditionally played some really good matches, those 2 clubs. They play each other. They seem to be a similar sort of standard, so it could be a very, very entertaining and enjoyable match to watch.
Yeah.
So that's at Lismore versus Casino. It was already mentioned the Ballina are at home to Wollongbar. And the other match, we have Range at home again. Does that sound right?
Certainly.
Range at home to Byron Shire Rebels. That will be quite a step up for them, playing one of the premier teams in the competition so far this year.
Yeah, it's just a one game. There's quite a few teams with buys in second grade. Byron have got a buy. Kyogle have got the buy. It's just the draw.
Yes, okay, so that'll be interesting to see. Well, Byron certainly should have plenty of players to head up to Range, probably their biggest trip of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because quite a drive out to Malangany, but...
Yeah, they won't like going all the way out from the coast, all the way out there.
But think of the bus trip.
Yeah, no, on the way home.
A couple of lemonades, support your sponsors, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
At least you can do.
And hopefully, SCU get a team on the field this weekend.
Okay. So SCU are at Brunswick Heads.
Brunswick
right?
Heads, yeah.
Versus Lennox Head. So
yeah.
Lennox Head v Southern Cross Uni Gold Rats at Brunswick Heads.
Yes.
So second grade match there?
Yes, so Lennox Head and Mullum.
Okay, Lennox Head and Mullum will be playing as well at Brunswick. That's, a unique atmosphere, shall we say, at Brunswick with the Mullum boys. But, hopefully University this week will be able to have a team and have a front row. So Lennox Head versus Uni in first grade and Mullum versus Lennox Head in second grade at Brunswick.
And Lennox's under-18s have the bye.
Yep, okay. I've got the bye. So that wraps up the senior rugby this week, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, and then we've got a full round of juniors again Friday night.
Yeah, the only difficulty we've had with the juniors for this Friday night, Schultz Oval at Bangalow, which was getting the new upgrade to LED lights, was unavailable last week. It was supposed to be back on deck this week. Council never finished the job in time, so it was trying to get them to go somewhere and whatever. Anyway, they're playing at Albie Lofts. I know the lights aren't that good up at Brunswick Heads, but
give the kids a run.
At least they can get the games instead of trying to catch them up midweek or something like that. It's too hard for juniors, getting the parents out again on another night during the week. So there's 4 games up at Brunswick.
Yeah, okay, so some big nights of junior rugby on Friday nights. We'll actually just switch back to Chris for a moment. So have you been refereeing for a while?
Yeah, I've probably done 20 odd years and thoroughly enjoy it. Got injured playing, so thought I'd still want to get out of the house. So took up refereeing, and it's probably the best decision I've made, one of them. So
you all hear that? You all hear that, you ex-players out there?
Yeah.
And you've been fortunate enough to be appointed to a few sort of senior representative matches over the years?
Yeah, done a few, mainly as AR, but, there were some Super Rugby warm-up trial matches, AR for those, and trial matches with Warrapa Bush, who's our rep province. So done a couple of games there, so, thoroughly enjoyable, and it's obviously the best seat in the house.
Yep. I mean, NPC and the other regional competitions around
the
place?
Yeah, not the Wellingtons or the Aucklands, but we do get around just with appointments with New Zealand Rugby.
That's pretty good. So there's the opportunities there, even for someone like Chris.
Yeah, that's right. So get amongst it, join the referees.
And you've been refereeing first grade for a little while?
Yeah, I have.
Or Premier Rugby, as we call
probably
it?
18 plus years.
Okay.
So,
so have you done a few? You got a milestone coming up at all?
Yeah, I've actually got my 200th this week. Just senior one, you guys call it. But I've still got about 15 years to catch you, I think. Cookie.
Yeah, but you've had far more good games.
Oh, well, it is what it is, and you can only referee what's in front of you and what grade you get. So, at the end of the day, I think every referee does a great job because, we're short of them, so we're out there doing something, which is good for rugby.
So,
Is it still...
trying to gloss over it, but let's go back to that. Chris will be doing his 200th, we call it first grade here, match this weekend down at Ballina. So congratulations, Chris, and I'm sure both clubs will make him feel more than welcome after the game. So congratulations, mate.
Yeah, thank you. Look forward to it.
Yeah, congrats.
You've had a little bit of a chat with various referees around the zone so far on your week here. How have you found things here, and what sort of things are different back home?
Oh, I love it here. It's it's a good place to come and tour. Been very well looked after. I just find that you guys are so spread out. We're with half an hour of each other. So we have law meetings every Tuesday. We go through things where I think you guys need to get onto Zooms and start doing things a bit more down that track. I think.
Yeah,
especially
excellent.
for the young guys.
Excellent.
That are left out there to their own devices. So no, it's really good.
I'm sure we'll all be very appreciative of any feedback you can provide us as the referees or as the zone rugby as a whole. It's always good to have someone from the outside looking in and providing feedback and areas for improvements. It'd be very welcome. Thank you very much.
Every week you got together and have just about laws.
Yep. So we go through our laws. So every Tuesday goes for about 2 hours at night. Probably get about 20 odd referees there to these meetings.
That's excellent.
And then we have someone that facilitates, and then we have a discussion around it. A lot of it's led by our premier panel of referees as well. So, and then we'll go and watch obviously the guys that do the second grade on a Saturday. Will help as well as our coaches. So, it's really good to get together in that environment. And then, like you guys, our rugby's videoed, so we can go and cut bits out, put them on a screen, and people can see if we have an issue or something that may interest the group.
Yeah, the referees get our ones.
Yeah,
straight to them.
Yeah. So we cut them and then bring them up at the meeting if we want to. So it's really good.
And you're involved in the off-field hierarchy in your association?
I am the chairman. So
chairman.
Yeah, chairman. So we run pretty well actually. We all know what our roles are within that environment. So I just have the final word on things, but very rarely I get called in to make any big decisions, which is good. But it is my first year, so Graham Resmer stood down. He's probably been doing that job for about 10 plus years. So it's good to actually be given that job. So really enjoying it.
Okay, now there's a big game in New Zealand and Auckland this weekend. Are you supporting either of those teams?
No, well, my team got knocked out last week. So
who would that be again?
No, that'll be the Canes.
The Hurricanes lose, did they? Just double check.
Yeah, I was getting. There was a guy running the water out with his phone on the weekend. So every time there's a conversion, he'd bring his phone out and he'd show me what the score was. So I was pretty well kept up to date. So I didn't have to go back and watch it.
You needed to stop awarding tries, obviously.
Yeah, which I'm pretty pleased about. And but I think the Blues. I think it'll be close, and I'd say they'll probably win by 6.
Ooh, there you go. He's
Down
even
for
tipping a
Auckland.
winner. All right. So, for those that aren't aware, there's a Super Rugby final in Auckland this weekend. The Auckland Blues against the Waikato
Auckland
Chiefs.
win last year?
Will be sort of a local derby match. Be incredible to be there. I know some people from Central Coast happen to do their referee exchange with Auckland or Counties Manukau this weekend. And, they're sort of fairly hopeful they might get to watch some rugby.
Should be a good game.
Okay, so we've got anything else we need to bring up this week, Wayne?
Nah.
Okay, so I think we might wrap up for this week. So again, thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Chris. Great to have you. I hope you continue to enjoy your stay and have a safe trip home. To everybody out there, there's some good rugby been happening over the last few weeks, and this weekend's going to be no different. So get along to the grounds, support your local clubs, and support rugby in Australia. Thank you very much for having us. We'll see you again next week. Goodbye.
See ya.
See ya.
Roll on, roll on. I've been rolling round and round. Roll on, roll on. I've been rolling round and round. Round and round it goes again. Rolling round and round. I've been rolling round and round. Keep on rolling.